Go.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great and fabulous day, because you know I am. So I know it's been a minute. We're about to get into that in a few seconds, but let's just talk about how my ring light is holding my phone up by the grace of God right now, because it literally broke as I was setting up. So I just had to get a little innovative, and here we are. So thank goodness for that. I need a new ring light. But anyways, I know it's been a minute. It's been like 2 going on 3 weeks of me not recording or not putting out a video. And I want to start off by saying that, one, I have family coming to town for Christmas, and I was trying to make sure that I was really present while they were here. I actually wanted to record, but every time it was time to record something, it just never worked out. So that's one. 2, the week after that, the following week, was New Year's Eve, and I went to Houston. I vlogged that and ended up not having enough footage because things didn't go as planned out there either, but I had a great time for both times. So I think it was just a sign that I needed to be more present, more in the moment, and not be too focused on the content of it. But anyways, I missed you guys. I hope you guys had a great holiday, and welcome to 2024, okay? Before we get started, you know the drill. Please go like and comment under my other videos. You know, as always, your support means the world. So let's get started. I know I mentioned that I had a lot going on these last few weeks. Not only was my family in town and New Year's and all those things, I also had to take care of some things with my health. So I was just really trying to be present in the moment. And in the midst of all that, I honestly was feeling a little discouraged. Not discouraged, but I just wasn't as motivated to put out videos or make content as I usually am. Like, when it comes to the YouTube and stuff, I really do try to make sure I'm being consistent, and I just look at it as an opportunity for me to be creative. So I be really trying to make sure that I'm on it, and it also gives me a sense of discipline and responsibility. It's kind of like an assignment. Like, you know how when you were in school, you had an assignment, or if you are in school, the assignments are due every Sunday at 11:59. That's kind of how it is for me with Content Cam. So I just haven't been feeling as motivated lately or encouraged to put out content the way that I normally am. And every so often, I know we try to be positive, but every so often we get those negative thoughts. It's normal. So in my brain, I was just like, well, I don't really see any growth going with my channel. I don't really see a point in me continuing to do it if it's not really making the impact that I want it to make. And plus, I don't want to be wasting my energy on this if it's not really giving me the results that I want, right? So these were all the things that was kind of going through my brain when I was taking my little unintentional break from YouTube. So I was praying about it, and something told me, well, not something. I came across this video, and it was talking about how a lot of times we want God to bless us, or we want him to elevate us when we're not even appreciative of where he has us at the moment. And I was like, okay, check me, because literally that's where my mindset was. I was like, I'm not elevating the way that I would want to. And I know with this YouTube stuff, it takes time. I know anything in life that is going to have longevity or that's actually worth it is going to take time. I'm aware of that. But I don't know. In my head, I was like, what's the point? But you can't really expect God to elevate you if you are not appreciative of where you are now. You can't really expect him to elevate you if he is giving you something in this moment. Whether you believe it or not, or whether you see it or not, you have something in your life right now in this moment in your face that you are not valuing, that you are not appreciating, and you keep kind of like seeking for something else, when God is like, why would I give you something else? You're not even appreciative of what I've already given you. I'm going to give you a prime example. So a little less than a month ago, I told you guys I got a new car. I love my new car. But anyways, I've had that car for less than a month, like I said, and I would have been praying for that since September. After my 22nd birthday, I decided that I wanted a new car. It was just kind of time. I've had that car since I was 16. I'm 22 now, and I don't know how many years that is. I don't feel like doing the math, but it's been some years that I had my Kia. And so I just kind of prayed on it after my 22nd birthday. I was like, God, I want a new car. I, in a way, made preparations for a new car, but I wasn't really worried about it. I was just like, God, I want a new car. And so I put it in the back of my mind. I wasn't really worried about it at all. I wasn't even looking at cars for real. I was just like, I just know that that's what I want. So fast forward to the end of November, probably like the last week of November, actually. I prayed on it again. I was like, God, I want a new car. Like, I just feel like it's time for me to have a new car. And so literally after that, I got my answer, and God was like, well, if you want a new car, I want you to start treating the car that you already have like it's a new car. And I didn't understand that. Like, you know how people be like, fake it till you make it? I never really understood that concept, but I'm telling you, I did that with my car. Like, that is really how I manifested getting a new car. So it was like, start treating the car that you currently have. How would you treat this new car? Like, how are you preparing for this new car? Your car is not as clean as you usually keep it. You're not tending to the oil changes and the things that need to be done to the car. Like, you're not treating it like it's valuable. So I'm not going to give you something new if you're not treating what I've already given you as something that is valuable, because you have to be mindful that it's some people who don't have cars. It's people who are way growner than you, twice your age, who are dreaming to have a car right now, and you're not even taking care of the car that I've already given you, nor are you appreciative of it. So I started, like, literally, I paid attention. I started doing it. I started cleaning my car. I started making sure that, like, everything was good with it pretty much. I started treating that car like it was a Range Rover, a Benz. Like, I would pull up confidently. I've never felt that way about my Kia. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I was never just really like that, but I was like, really like, okay, this is my car. Like, I'm gonna start treating this car like it has value. And I kid you not, once I was content with my Kia, once I was like just being appreciative of the fact that I had that car, I kid you not, 3 weeks later, at the end of December, towards the end of December, my stepdad was like, do you want to trade your car in? I was like, what? He was like, yeah, we can go look and trade in your car. You can get a new one. And I was like, there's no way. Like, I was literally blown away because, like I told you, I hadn't been looking at cars. I really didn't. I mentioned it to my mom once, but I wasn't really in no rush to get a new one. And so when he said that, I was like, God is so real. Like, that is crazy. That is actually crazy that happened, because it's like, once I started appreciating the blessing that was already in front of me, once I started taking care of it, and once I started realizing the purpose in it, and realizing that, like, not a lot of people have this, you know, like, not a lot of people even can say that they have a car right now, or they have a vehicle, you know. It's like, once I was content with that, that's when God came in and was like, okay, now it's time for you to get your new car. Now it's time for you to elevate and level up. And so I say all that to say that, like, that applies to everything in your life. If you feel like you are in a season right now where you're like, I'm just ready for more, I just want better than this, God hears you. Like, he does. He truly does hear you. But once you actually stop and analyze what's going on in your life, like, once you start to realize that there is a blessing in where you're at and you start being content with it, that's when God elevates you. This goes for anything. Like, I'm also someone who is staying at home with my parents. Like, and you can ask my mom, I'll be like, Lord, I am so ready to get up out of here. And it's nothing against my family. It's nothing against like the house or anything like that. It's just that I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to have that independence that I once had. I feel like once you are someone who has moved out of the house, I moved to New Orleans and then I came back home. It's like, once you move out the house, it's no feeling like that. Like, you don't want to go back home. I'm gonna just be real. So I be praying for that all the time. I'm like, God, I need this independence back. I need to move out, blah, blah, blah. But he's like, you're not understanding the value and why I put you back at home. You're not understanding how valuable this time with your family really is. They're not always going to be here. This time is temporary. And there's never going to be a time in your life where you are going to be able to stay at home, not have to worry about bills, not have to worry about rent, not have to worry about groceries, and you can just go out and do what you pretty much want to do. You're just under your parents' roof. It's rare that you're going to have a time like that. It's like, you're not going to get these times back. So just find value in what situation you are in right now. And just know that it's a purpose behind it. And once you realize that purpose and once you become content with it and you're not out seeking other external sources to fulfill you, then that is when the blessing will swoop in. This applies to like relationships and singleness as well. Some of you are probably like, where's my partner? Let's just be real. I promise you, content cam is more for me than it is for you. But anyways, where's your partner? Where they at? And I promise you, like, every person who is married or who's in a relationship always tells me, appreciate your singleness, appreciate your single time, because when you are in a relationship, that alone time and that time that you're gonna crave is going to like go away. Like, of course you're gonna have moments by yourself, but it's never a time to really get to know yourself like singleness. It's never a time to get to know yourself like when you are by yourself and you don't have to worry about having a significant other and you don't have to worry about building something with somebody. All that energy you're trying to put into somebody else, put it in you, okay? Because when the time is right, and once you put all that energy into yourself, the right person is going to come along and they're going to be an addition to your life. They're going to be a bonus. They're not going to complete you, okay? I want whatever situation that you're praying on, that you're praying for God to get you out of, just know that it is value in it. It is purpose in it. A lot of the times we want to blame other people or we want to blame life for why we're in the situations that we're in. We want to blame God, like, you're not doing anything, you're not stepping in. But the reality of it is, a lot of times we don't want to be real with ourselves, and it's easier to play victim. But in 2024, we're not playing victim, okay? It's time to own up, take accountability, and just realize that your mindset is everything. How you think of things is going to project into your behaviors. So just know that if you're going into something with a negative mindset, you're going to get a negative outcome. And if you go into something with a positive mindset, you will get a positive outcome eventually. You just got to keep trying, and you just got to know that, like, there is purpose in everything that you're doing. God is not doing something to punish you. He is not doing something to, make you be in a shitty situation. It's not like that. It's because he's given you the tools and he's equipped you to be strong enough to handle whatever situation that you're in. So that's my message of the day. Find value in whatever situation you are in, because I promise you it's all temporary and you're going to be out of it soon. Okay? that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are having a great and fabulous year so far. I will see you guys next week on episode, hold on, it's been a minute. I will see you guys on episode 16 of Content Cam. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. And kisses.